right, what is going on, everybody? We are back after that insane matchup we just witnessed from the Titan League. Wow, that was a crazy one. We're heading to the Novice League for Kiwis taking on Diffusion, going right on the other end of the spectrum after that one. But who knows? Things could get crazy once again. As I am joined by C Money, he's been streaming tonight. C Money, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. I got my strobe lights going. I'm getting hype. I mean, how can you not be hype after that last matchup though? Because that was crazy, an absolute bagner.
I would have to agree. That was an absolute crazy matchup, and I'm hoping that this one is gonna be the same way as we're heading to the Novice League. Diffusion, they got swept by Acceleration in the upper quarterfinal, but it was a very close series, and then taking the 4-1 victory over the Wisps now to get to this matchup in semifinal number 2. And Kiwis coming at that 1 seed. They have a lot to prove as well. But quickly before we get things started, quick shout out to Sandsbar for 1 gifted sub, and also to Anthony for the 3 months with Prime. Thank you for the support. Much love. And yeah, C Money, this one is going to be a good one.
Yeah, this one definitely has the potential to be a really good match. I mean, Kiwis taking out the tiebreaker versus the Whelps for the number 1 overall, so they obviously earned that spot. And then Diffusion, little bit of a rough start, but Acceleration's on the up and up, so you can't blame them for that loss there. But they've looked pretty solid throughout the season. I mean, they got, what was it? Did they get third? I think it was third.
Diffusion's a 3 seed, yes.
Yes. So I mean, they're definitely looking good, and they're in a good spot here and ready to strike. I mean, pretty sure they're the highest seed going in tonight, besides all the number 1 seeds, but.
Yeah, definitely a high tier matchup for sure with Diffusion. They had a really good season, 12-6, finished out right behind the Whelps there at 14-4, and then the Kiwis on the other side in the East at 14-4. So it should definitely be an exciting one to watch out for. I know we got to watch out for Rogue on the Kiwis end, and on the other end, Sicko RL is definitely the guy to watch out for me and Diffusion. But we're a little bit behind on this one, so why don't we get right into this one as another shout out to Sloth Squad Nation for the gifted subs. Much love there. But C Money, I want to get your prediction. Who you got in this one? Who's heading to the grand finals to take on that hot Acceleration team?
Honestly, for the prospects and the novice, it's a matter of who's hot, so it's going to be hard to tell for sure. But if Sicko's on, I got to give the edge to Diffusion, but it's definitely going to be a close match. I'm thinking a game 6 or 7, and whoever's hot's going to end up taking it in the end.
All right, what we are going to have to see here is we're going to get these guys joined up. Predictions in the chat for channel points. It looks like Kiwis are losing the prediction there. Diffusion 57%, Clubly dropping 42k, and Rogue actually dropping 22k on himself in the Kiwis. So we're going to have to see who's going to come out with this one here in a game number 1. As we get things going here, the Kiwis over there in the blue. They are rocking with Rogue, Hydro, and Hot Wheels. And then Diffusion in the orange with Ak Bachman, Sicko RL, and Cowtarded. And it's going to be interesting, C Money. I know we just cast an insanely hype series, so I'm curious to see how this one is going to turn out as Rogue starting things off early with the first goal.
Yeah, I mean, he just got a nice lead there on the end and was able to really just put a powerful shot there. And Cowtarded tried his best, but enough speed on that ball for him not to be able to catch up, and that's a good start if you're the Kiwis for sure, taking an early 30-second goal.
Most definitely want to start things out strong in this series, and we talked about a little bit in the last series is when you're coming back as Hydro, trying to snipe one in, and when you're coming back from that 1 seed, you get a pass right into semifinals, but you also have to wait a week and a half, almost 2 weeks to play. So both these teams, or especially Kiwis, trying to shake off the rust, if you will. I'm sure they've been practicing quite a bit, but got to shake off the rust here. Is this one out of the midfield now and sent back in. Hot Wheels to the corner. This one blocked across is Hydro. Can leave it for Akbach when he sends it in. Rogue popping this one out to the side. Cowtarded is there, looking to keep with this one into the corner. As he pops this one up in the midfield, a great pass in the middle, and it's dead in front of the goal, but nobody there to put it in, as that was a dangerous attempt right there, but Diffusion, they couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate I don't even know if he made contact with the ball. It looked like he did, and it just went sideways, which is very unfortunate, especially when the net is pretty much all yours in that situation. And those are things you need to capitalize on, especially in the lower leagues, because you may not always get that good of an opportunity from a teammate. So,
And most definitely in that one, could be a mistake they come back to regret here. And this game number 1 is a shot gonna drop in. Hot Wheels with the angle. A nice one there to send it home.
I mean, that's just a beautiful shot. You see the slight pause right there. He got out the whole protractor and lined that one up right off the corner there. And I don't think Diffusion, Bachman at least, thought that one was going in, as he kind of waited for that one to bounce across.
Now Kiwis starting things out strong here. The number 1 overall seed with a 2-0 lead in game 1 is Hot Wheels. Looking to stay with it. As this one's sent back towards the net. Bachman with a great stop, but Rogue was waiting. And I've heard a lot of great things about Rogue this season. We've seen him a couple times on the Nemesis stream, but I've heard good things from a lot of the novice players that he might be an MVP caliber player to watch out for, C Money. And so far in this series, he's scored a goal, so he's had an opportunity. Is this one right in front of the net? Bachman's gonna get the goal.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate little slip by Bachman there, if you're a Kiwis fan, is that one just kind of rolled up and right in front of net, and there's a double commit on top of that, so that leaves no man back, and if it rolls right in front of net, that's a goal they're going to score every time.
Yeah, even in the Novice League, don't often do you see a ball go past the net without any consequences. As now Bachman with their great touches. The Kiwis are just running into each other on the goal line. A little bit awkward there, but this one's sent back in. As Sicko trying to find that angle, but not quite going to make it happen. Counted back in the midfield. Hydro with a touch out to the side wall. As Sicko out of the midfield, send this one in front of the net, but Rogue able to clear it away. And yeah, despite those 2 quick goals early on, C-Money, we see the Diffusion roster has come back with a vengeance, and they're finding some offense.
Yeah, they're definitely finding some good offense, and they're stopping the ball at midfield whenever it looks like it's about to go the other way. And they're playing really solid now. It just took them a second to warm up, maybe dust off some of the nerves of playing at this high of a caliber when it comes to the league.
Yeah, this one definitely a very crucial matchup for both teams, looking to head to the grand finals here, as the winner will be taking on Acceleration on Saturday night. And that's at 6 p.m. Eastern. The stream starts. Well, it'll probably start a little bit earlier at 5:30, probably with our pre-show, but 6 o'clock on Saturday for the Novice League Grand Finals, and both these teams trying to do whatever they can to make it there. Is this one set back towards the net, but Hydro gonna make the save off Coutarded's shot. As this one off to the side, Kiwis trying to find another insurance goal, but 2-1 so far as this one sent back in. Rogue gonna find a touch out. Bachman blocked again by Rogue, who sends this one down. Coutarded, he can't connect. Is this one dangerous in front of the net, but not gonna go. As Sicko popping this one up. Hydro trying to throw it back in, and now C-Money just under a minute remaining, and Diffusion, they have to find something now.
Yeah, Diffusion's really got to bust out of their own half here. And as I say that, that's just an absolute banger of a shot coming from Bachman right at the middle of the field there. And a great 50 from Sicko, who is kind of the guy to watch out for on Diffusion usually.
Most definitely, Sicko sets him up perfectly in Diffusion. A great answer here to put that one in the back of the net. Now 33 seconds remaining. Diffusion looking for another one here. This one's sent back in. 30 seconds. Wheels gonna find a touch. And Sicko trying to get in the way. Hydro popping up. Coutarded wanted to get to that one but couldn't. His Rogue pops it up to the side. Hot Wheels trying to get through as a demo comes out from Rogue. He's got Demo Expert in his name as he finds one there. But will it lead to a goal here as Coutarded panicking on the back end there. He's hanging around in the corner as Bachman sends it in the middle of his net. Oh my goodness, he passed it to him. And calamity as Hydro puts in the goal with only a second remaining.
And that's just an unfortunate, lack of game knowledge in that situation. Instead of rotating back net, he tried to get in a position by going straight where the ball was being played and happened to dribble it down in front of his own net and set up a nice pass for Kiwis. And any team's going to capitalize on a moment like that.
Wow. And that one, Bachman got a be feeling himself right there. Is wow, he just he just kind of threw that one in front of the net, but mistakes happen in Novice. But especially in the playoffs, you can't really be making those types of mistakes, especially with a tied ball game coming down to what could have been overtime there. So tough break for sure. See money for the Kiwis, or for Diffusion, excuse me.
Yeah, tough break for sure. And yeah, that's just one of those situations when you're stuck in your own corner. You want to do everything you can to make sure that ends up going to overtime. But in that situation, it just ended up with a bad ball in a bad spot, and Kiwis were able to capitalize on it. But I'm definitely looking forward to the next couple games here. Is I feel like these teams are now warmed up and getting ready to play, and it's just going to be up to either team to narrow down on the mistakes, as both teams had them. So whoever can narrow them down is going to really start shining in this series.
And all in all, a close game number one there between these two teams, as some might have predicted. As this one is sent back in, Kiwis trying to start it out early as Rogue is up off the backboard. A follow again from Wheels off the post. Rogue trying to slide it in, but oh my goodness, the Kiwis trying to start it out early here as they're back at it again. Hydro can't connect though. Wow, and a couple seconds in, two really great opportunities there. The Kiwis almost put in the back of the net.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity, and I know it probably wasn't intentional, but the good place to put the ball majority of the time in Novice and even Prospects is right above the net off the backboard, and they did it twice, and it was just unfortunate the third one was a little off target.
It's Coutarded with the dribble out of the midfield, but Sicko can't do it as Coutarded absolutely shredded the defense there, and now Rogue trying to do the same, but not going to go. Another missed opportunity there from those guys as Bachman up in the midfield, Wheels down in the middle. Rogue trying to get under Coutarded, but Cow just enough of the ball to make something happen as Wheels with a fake, and he drops it right in the middle, but nobody there, and we're continuing to see it, see money. I know it is the Novice League. I know we're probably conditioned now to the Titan League where every opportunity should be scored, but a couple of these ones, these guys probably should be hitting in the back of the net.
Yeah, there's definitely been a few that they should have hit, and that's what's going to plague these two teams, honestly, is both of them have missed pretty easy shots, and it's going to come down to shooting accuracy. As here's an opportunity that goes a little high, but yeah, a little bit of a weird stream as we started out with the higher leagues tonight, but we'll hopefully get some good gameplay as these guys warm up.
That was definitely a little bit of an awkward stream with the schedules, but we had Rival then Titan, and I know that Titan matchup was absolutely insane. And this one, so far, it's been staying close after a 3-2 victory in Game 1 for the Kiwis. Tough own goal by Bachman, trying to redeem it for his team here. As we still have a 0-0 ball game in Game number 2. Rogue towards the backboard. Sicko can't find the touch, and it's in front, but Bachman with a stop there. A great defensive showing from him, as now Sicko sending it down. As he doesn't have any boost to work with, trying to make something happen, but touch comes out as Hot Wheels sending it down. Coutarded blocking it up in the midfield, but it's going to go right to Rogue, who sends it up looking for Hot Wheels. But Sicko to the side for Coutarded, who finds a touch. It's Hot Wheels now on the dribble, no boost to work with. He flicks it up in the midfield. A shot towards the net, and oh my goodness, Coutarded with the save. And wow, that's the Coutarded we saw earlier in the season. I remember that one stream game where he scored so many goals, but an absolutely insane save right there, C-Money.
Yeah, that save was absolutely cracked, as Pixels had already crossed the goal line, and he's still able to clear that one away and keep this one at 0-0, which, in my opinion, are the best games. They're the most suspenseful.
Oh yeah, you never know who's going to make a move here and who's going to strike through first, as we're now down. It's under 2 minutes remaining in Game 2. Rogue sends it down, looking to make some offense happen, but Sicko, he meets him on the challenge. As Coutarded sends it down Hydro. Able to connect is Coutarded. Gonna flip into this one and pop it up. Awkward for Hot Wheels, but he finds it as a bump comes out. Wheels has to stay in front of it. As he does, sending it down. Wheels to the corner, popping this one up, looking for a teammate, but no one quite there to challenge. Is this one awkward back towards the net, but Hydro barely able to make a touch. Is Bachman, great patience, but it's saved away. Oh my goodness, the opportunities are coming out for sure here, C-Money, and We've got your suspense. Is it still? Oh my goodness, is that one? Oh my goodness, off the post there. I thought for a second maybe it could have been on net, but wow, some great opportunities here. Only a minute left.
Yeah, I'm honestly pretty impressed with the defense. The shooting accuracy might be a little plagued, but oh my goodness, as I say that, Rogue's like, I'll throw one right in the middle. And that's just a good play coming from him off the side wall.
Your Rogue avoiding that cow-tarted demo, the bounce shot as teammates collide there. Looks like Sicko just couldn't reach that one. And sometimes, you know, C-Money, especially at the lower ranks, you can throw a little bit of a bounce shot and it can throw off the defense completely.
Oh, it's my favorite shot. If I could, I'd patent it. So.
Well, now 40 seconds remaining. The Kiwis holding on to lead, looking to take a 2-0 series lead as Wheels is looking to secure it here. 34 seconds left and they find a second goal.
Yeah, I mean, just great patience by Hydro there, throwing it off the top of the backboard, and not usually a spot somebody in the lower leagues are hanging out at, so that's a good placement from him and an easy cleanup for his teammate, which is really going to secure this one with how this game's been playing so far.
Kiwis definitely been playing strong as this one. Another open net. Just got to be patient. And a Rogue, he is going to put it home. A 3-0 lead. And the Kiwis finally able to explode here after the 0-0 affair for majority of this.
Yeah, these last 15 seconds or so have just been an absolute clinic from the Kiwis. I mean, a kickoff goal, a nice little patience goal, and a good side goal, all really showing us that they have some shots in their arsenal now that they're not being plagued by crossbars and shot inaccuracies.
And it looks like they're going to be able to hold on here unless we see something insanely crazy. But so far, Diffusion unable to get on the scoreboard as they send one in on net this time. But Akbach not going to make that touch, and as time ticks away, why not add one more? How Wheels? He's maybe stealing it, maybe trying to save it and just go to the next game. But regardless, the 4-0 lead.
I mean, yeah, just another great clear and a quick offense, and that's going to make it hard for any defense to really play against, as you're rushing back and you have to basically predict, and in that situation they weren't even able to get there in time to predict.
Time is going to end out there, and the Kiwis are going to hold on after the long 0-0 game in this game number 2. The Kiwis come back strong, and they are going to take the victory 4-0 in game 2. And now with a 2-0 series lead, the Kiwis have got to be feeling good about themselves. See money as they held Diffusion to only 2 shots in that game.
Yeah, they really held Diffusion on their own half for a majority of that game, and with a lot of back and forth like that and Kiwis to step up there at the end, I think Kiwis are definitely feeling good and ready to go with this one as we're getting further into the series and it's not looking as good for Diffusion here. It's really going to be on them to step up and turn this one around.
Well, now as we head to game number 3, you know, it's see money. You need to talk about them stepping up, and you know, what do you think they have to do to step up in this one? As it's gonna be a crucial game 3. You do not want to go down 3-0 in this series against the number 1 seed in the Novice League.
Yeah, you definitely do not. And for Diffusion, I think they just need to play, you know, more consistently. I've seen a couple unfortunate miss and some slow rotations there on that one, as Hydro just absolutely flies on the cheat off kickoff there.
Wow, what a play from Hydro to send that one in the back of the net. A quick 3-second goal, as that one is going to find the back of the net. Fortunately, you guys couldn't see that one, but let's just say it was a bang. It was a banger. We won't talk about it.
I don't know what you're talking. Stream delay. It'll show up eventually.
It'll show up eventually. Well, for anyone, it was a straight kickoff goal off the sidewall, and Hydro hit an absolute snipe. You can almost imagine it is. It went straight off the sidewall, right back in the middle, and Hydro scored with 3 seconds into that one. So a great start for the Kiwis, as you know, Diffusion, C-Money, they've got to find something here, as they cannot afford, like we talked about, cannot afford to go down 3-0 in this series.
Yeah, they cannot, as that's statistically a spot that almost nobody wins from. I've rarely heard of reverse sweeps in a best of 7, so. But I'm just looking for Sicko to really step up, as I don't think we really mentioned him much in the first two, and he was absolutely popping off in the last series.
Yeah, he definitely was the guy to watch out for, and definitely is for Diffusion. And not much activity out of him. But I think you're definitely right. I don't know if we've ever had a reverse sweep in Nemesis history. Someone could probably correct me if I'm wrong, but there's none that I can keep my mind on right now in this series. So do not want to let this one happen, as this one's popped up in the midfield off the backboard. Another opportunity for the Kiwis as Hot Wheels coming in, but just a little bit wide on his shot accuracy. Is now Diffusion with the pinch. Oh my goodness, they're going to send it home. The double commit works to perfection.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were thinking, but whatever they thought worked out perfectly well. Is just a nice little high five into a pinch right there and send that one to the top of the net and tie the game up and maybe bring some momentum to their side.
Hey, when you get a goal like that, you got to be feeling yourselves a little bit. And, now Diffusion, they know that they can score on this Kiwis team, although it might have been off of a wild pinch, but they know they can put some pressure on. As we continue on in this game 3, can Diffusion take the lead and hold on to it? That's what we have to determine here in the final 3 minutes. As they're down 2-0 in the series. This one sent towards the net by Hydro, and Cowtarded unable to connect, and Hydro another goal in this one. A great snipe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a great beat by Rogue there, and Hydro just lofting that one up top, and a great play from him for sure. And it seems like he's really stepping up for the team when we were talking about Rogue being the player earlier.
Yeah, Rogue has definitely been the guy, but I think you're seeing why this Kiwis team finished at 14-4. They've got the full package here. As this one's sent down by Bachman Sicko. Unable to connect as this one's popped out in the midfield and sent up high. And Cowtarded's got a net to shoot at, but Rogue Kiwi's demo expert. I said Kiwi for some reason. It's the Kiwi in his name. I saw it and decided to say it, but Rogue with a huge save is now Bachman looking for something here, but Wheel's going to send it out as Cowtarded trying to pound this one back in as he takes a shot towards the net, but Bachman dunked out by Hydro, and the net's wide open. Is it just going to roll in? It is. Hydro finds the hat trick, and the Kiwis are just rolling right now.
I mean, when you're Diffusion feeling the pressure of being down 2 in the series and 1 in the game, they're sending it their all, and Hydro with just a great 50 there is going to roll the distance as nobody was rotated back yet.
And no one ready in the back of the net. It looked like third man challenge just a little bit too early there and not getting the best touch that he wanted. And now the Kiwis up 3-1 here, looking for more as they can sense this 3-0 lead. As Hydro towards the backboard, another shot, and Wheels is going to put it in 4-1, and the Kiwis just keep it coming.
And yet again, it's just Hydro. He's flying around. He's going crazy tonight and beating people to the ball and putting the ball in great positions for teammates or to make the shot. And he does it again and gets Wheels a free goal out of it.
Oh, and this one is a kickoff goal. Rogue is going to get one. And wow, the tables have turned right here. The Kiwis just running away now.
Yeah, I mean, a slightly slow little middle part there. They started out pretty good, and now they're ending on an even higher note than they were before. And Diffusion's going to have to figure out something, and something quick. They still have 2 minutes to score 4 goals. It's not unheard of.
Definitely not, but they're going to have to find one very quickly here. As Sicko trying to make something happen as all 3 Diffusion members in the same spot, but Kiwis just throwing that one down. Hydro somehow got some sort of flick on that one as this one's sent back in. Demo comes out from Wheels, or from Rogue, excuse me, as this one's shot towards the net, just saved away by Bachman. But the Kiwis just keep throwing the pressure on as this one's sent out. Wheels pushing it back in. Minute 18 remaining, and Diffusion staring at a 3-0 hole in this best-of-7 series with a spot in the grand finals on the line. And, one thing, C-Money, to note is that Diffusion, they have already got swept in the playoffs. The one thing about being in the 3-4 matchup is you get a second chance, which they took advantage of to beat the Wisps. But, when you get swept once in playoffs in a best-of-7, that's got to be in the back of their minds.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like something that's plaguing their minds right now, as I've seen some very questionable, panicky type plays coming out from them, and that's not what you want to do. Is, oh my goodness, the demo saves Sicko, and he gets a great save there. But yeah, they're just gonna really looking for two people to step up from them, as Hydro is just making absolute plays right now with the demo and the pass to Rogue. Hydro is doing it all for them.
Wow, he really is, as Hydro off the backboard, and then he says, "Get over here, you're mine," and wipes the defender off the map. Sicko, no chance in net there. And wow, 6-1 lead. Might even be seeing a Brazil here if the Kiwis can find one more in game number 3. But Diffusion trying to make sure that doesn't happen, as a miss off the backboard, saved away by Wheels. And up to the side. This one out of the midfield, Rogue. Sending it down off the backboard, popping up in the midfield, but no touch going to come out. And as time ticks away, once again, the Kiwis looking so strong here, going to be able to hold on. And not a Brazil, but they take the victory, and now 3-0 lead. They are on the verge of sweeping their way right to the grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, this is just an absolute showing from the Kiwis, and it's going to be a very hard-fought battle for Diffusion. I mean, the mental fortitude they're going to need alone just to get over the fact that they're down 3-0 in the series is going to be crazy, but they're going to have to do it some way or another if they don't want to look to get swept again here in playoffs.
And really now the Diffusion, has to be feeling like they got their backs against the wall, and anything they do here, it's got to be going for the win. You do not want your season to end off in a sweep here. So I know for sure the Diffusion, Sicko RL, Kautarden, and Og Bachman are going to be coming back hard here in game 4. And see, Money, in this moment, Diffusion, they got to settle down and just take it one game at a time, as the best of 7. It's a long series, and they still have some time to come back, despite having to pull off the reverse sweep.
Yeah, they definitely have time to come back if they can settle down and show some patience. I mean, I'm definitely looking for Sicko to do something to hopefully counter some Hydro effect that's going on right now, but somebody else is going to have to do something, as Rogue's kind of just been sitting quiet at the moment, and he's a big guy for the Kiwis as well.
Yeah, they really even haven't needed him too much. I mean, he's found some demos and found a couple of goals, but really, it's been the Hydro show for the Kiwis so far in this series. And can they finish off the sweep, or will Diffusion have something to say about that? This one sent back in early by Wheels, as Hydro is there, but Sicko sends it down, and there you have it. See, Money, you talked about wanting to see something from him as he sends in the first goal, and Diffusion has a lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a great touch by Sicko right there, and a great recovery. Not that he really needed it, but if Rogue spawned half a second faster, he was recovered and ready to put that one in. And overall, pretty great play coming out from Sicko. Oh, man.
I don't get him a little bit confused here. I did too before calling Rogue Kiwi, but it happens sometimes, as now we finally see something from Diffusion. And yeah, will we see the reverse sweep? That is to be determined. I probably will go on the record and say I don't believe we've ever had a sweep in a reverse sweep in a best of 7 in Nemesis. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain on that. And we're gonna have to see if Diffusion can be the first ones to do it. It's gonna be a long road to climb, though. As this one sent back in, Kautarden clearing it out. Sicko gonna find a touch, as Og Bachman's gonna take it from him, but right to Rogue. He's trying to find a dunk through. Sicko was waiting for it off the backboard, but that one pinched away. And a tough miss, as Wheels now has an opportunity off the backboard, looking for the double tap, but oh my goodness, almost found it. Really just trying to go hard in this one. See, Money, they almost found a highlight play.
Yeah, that would have been a highlight play for sure. And one thing I really started to notice is, like, people coming in on this free-to-play watched a lot of freestyle Rocket League, and they really just want to do it regardless of what their rank is, and it's definitely been their mastery.
Oh yeah, and you know the free play, and I think that's very true. One thing about newer players in Rocket League, they know how to get better quicker, just based on years of experience from other people throwing down the tutorials. And in the Novice League, especially here, Diamond 1 to low C1, Definitely a lot of opportunities to improve, and I know all these players have improved throughout the season. That's why they're here right now, and with an opportunity to battle for a championship and a $200 prize pool for Novice League this season, thanks to Nemesis, as
Oh,
Hydro is coming in with a dunk, another goal for him, and he is just going off this series.
yeah, and he's really proven why his name's Hydro here, because this isn't a light rain from him. This is a full-blown hose down the throat, as that is just a massive dunk to tie this one back up. And if you're Diffusion, you're going to be feeling that one. And hopefully they don't let it bother them too much, though, as they really need this game.
Yeah, they have to stay level-headed, and this one is an impossible situation, but you can't think about it that way. You have to think about it one game at a time. If you win this one game, you live to fight another one. As now 2 minutes remaining, tied at 1 apiece. Diffusion on the back foot now as this one sent in the middle. Popped up, wheels coming in, looking for a shot off the post as this one pops up high. What's going to be saved away for the moment? As Rogue now sending it back in towards the net. A dangerous one. Kautarden makes a save. This one out to the sidewall. Hydro, last man back. Gonna make a touch in the midfield. An opportunity for Rogue there, but he can't connect as Hydro just trying to chase it down, but he also can't find the touch that he needs as Wheels sends it back in the midfield. Run into his teammate, and it could be dangerous, but Rogue able to recover off of it, and now Kautarden towards the net. Dangerous ball, dropped right down. A mistake, and Sicko is gonna make him pay.
Yeah, that's just a huge mistake coming out from Kiwis there. And this last minute kind of looks like they're feeling the pressure of wanting to get that sweep and get the series over when they have technically 3 games they could lose and still come out with the win. So I don't know why they're panicking, but it's going to be a close series for sure, regardless of who wins this one. This game's going to be a pretty nuts one based on what's going on so far.
Yeah, can we see overtime, or will Diffusion finally find a game win in the series and give themselves some sort of momentum headed on? We're going to have to find out as a shot coming in. Kautarden makes a great save on the goal line. Wow, that one could have been deadly and would have been demoralizing if they allowed that one in. As now this one towards the net. Bachman looking to send it in, but 2 Kiwis defenders collide. As this one popped off to the side. Wheels can't connect. And Kiwis starting to panic a little bit, knowing they need a goal to at least force OT. But Hydro out to Rogue, who sends it down. Kautarden playing patient. But an awkward touch in the midfield. Gonna allow an opportunity. Hydro almost snipes it home. But it pops back as Wheels keeping it in. Final 30 seconds now. Can they find something here? A pop-up awkwardly. Zach Bachman sends it down. 2 defenders from Diffusion are colliding. As this one an opportunity now was Rogue. Kind of hits it away from his teammate, but he's keeping it in. Can they find it here? Kautarden, a little bit of an awkward touch. Bachman dunked out by Rogue as Kautarden. He balls his own teammate. Is this one still in? Kiwis, can they force OT here? This one popped up, and it's going to touch the ground, and finally, Diffusion is going to find a game win, and hey, it's a start.
It's definitely a good start too, as that one was a hard-fought win, and that just goes to show that they could really compete with Kiwis on that one, as Kiwis didn't seem to be too lackadaisical on a majority of the plays there. And so now it's just going to be up to Diffusion to keep that momentum and hopefully keep up the good gameplay, as that was a pretty good showing from them overall with some very minor mistakes.
Only a couple mistakes there. Kiwis found 1 goal, and that was it. So Diffusion, got to be feeling confident about yourselves now as we are going to be heading into game number 5. It all starts with 1, though. See, Money, take it 1 game at a time. Diffusion, they took that game 1 game at a time, and now into this game 5, just got to focus on winning this one, and you keep your heads level.
Yeah, if they can keep a level head, they for sure will definitely be able to at least take 1 more, maybe even 2, and then we're sitting at another best of 7 going all the way. So I'm excited to see where this one goes for sure, as they can keep up the same pressure, and it looks like Sicko's getting a little warmed up now, which is what Diffusion really needed.
Definitely scary to see, as now we're going to have to see this one here as it's popped out in the midfield. Can Diffusion battle back for another win, or will the Kiwis send themselves to the grand finals? Pressure most solely on Diffusion's shoulders here, as Hydro popping it up. Trying to find another touch is Sicko, but can't connect his wheels towards the backboard. Kautarted, an awkward drop in the middle, but Sicko able to get back just in time. As Kautarted trying to dribble it out now. This is ball in the zone here of the Kiwis. Kautarted and Sicko combining on the touch there, but Rogue gonna find one now. As he's trying to dribble it out. Kautarted send it back towards the net. Kautarted looking for something here as he's going to get a light touch by the defender, and Diffusion battling here to get the first goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a really good play by Kautarted, able to follow the ball really well in the air there, and going underneath was the play. The light touch didn't really change the arc of the ball there and allowed him to go underneath and break the ice in the first minute of this one.
Oh, and Diffusion, you know, see money. They're almost looking like a different team here. I know they held on in that last game, that game number 4, but in game number 5, you know, it just seems like the Kiwis haven't had that same type of offense that they needed, and Diffusion's been able to capitalize.
Yeah, Diffusion's definitely coming out firing on all cylinders now. I'm not sure what was going on with them the first games, as Kiwis still looked like they're playing solid, but oh my goodness, Sicko with a great save there. But Diffusion is just playing on a whole nother level than they were earlier.
Yeah, they're looking good for sure. There's another shot coming out from Hydra this time. And, you know, if there's one thing that maybe Diffusion can do, and what they've done decently well in that last game and so far this game, is shut down Hydro. It seems like he's been the man. And this one is... Now this one's sent up. Bachman taking it slow, looking to go underneath as he finds a 50-by-2. As this one popped up, Kautarted looking to feather his boost as he finds a light touch over the defender, but Wheels is there. Bachman 50 by Wheels as Sicko finds a demo, but he challenges early, and this one shot towards the net off the post. Follow-up from Hydro off the post and saved by Kautarted. And a fake coming out, but it's not going to go. Oh my goodness. Calamity. Kiwis almost were able to find a goal there.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that was just squishy saved. And that alone is pretty incredible because you don't really see that often actually used in gameplay. But that was just a great overall showing on the defensive half from Diffusion. And they got to be feeling good about that one. If they got to really be feeling good about themselves after that one.
Yeah, definitely. And when you're trying to make a reverse sweep, sometimes you need those crazy plays to happen, as this one shot towards the net and the defender unable to give back. Bachman finds one, and all of a sudden, things are turning.
Yeah, the gameplay is really turning around into Diffusion's favor, and I think regardless, that one was going in, and so all he could do was touch it and try to force it into a position that might bounce out off a crossbar, but unfortunate enough, he couldn't get there quite in time.
Diffusion finding the battle back. Can they keep it going here? Reverse sweep. Still on the line after dropping down 3-0, but a demo from Wheels, and he is just going to slide that one in the back of the net. A good answer.
Yeah, I mean, such a great turnaround play there by Wheels with the demo, and also the great turnaround by Hydro, too, with the assist, able to get it past 2 that were cheating up, thinking they had a free counterattack.
Great play from Wheels, and now Kiwis keeping it within striking distance. Is now only down by 1, 1:45 here. In game number 5 is Sicko is trying to find that one. Would have been a great goal, but unable to find the touches. Now Bachman towards the net. But this one blocked off to the side. Rogue can't find it. Sicko to the corner. Does he find this read? Oh my goodness, Sicko just a little bit wide. He almost found a highlight reel play that they could have needed. And like I said, C-Money, something you need when you're trying to pull off a reverse sweep is you need highlight reel plays. You need demoralizers against the other team.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to basketball, at least, there's nothing more demoralizing than getting posterized on. And that's essentially the Rocket League equivalent to a double tap. But they're looking, and if anybody's going to hit him, it's definitely Psycho, as he was just going absolutely crazy in the last series, so I would not be surprised. Oh my goodness, what a save from Wheels.
Oh my goodness, the Wheels, he's keeping his team alive there. Wow, that one could have been deadly, but another shot from Diffusion saved away by Hydro. Kiwis are staving off the pressure as Kautarted, another one off the backboard. A follow again out of the midfield. Sicko faking the challenge as he's trying to keep it in, but it's sent back down. The Kiwis on the counter. When it's blocked back in, 30 seconds remaining. The Kiwis have to find something to force overtime. This one popped up. Wheels trying to get to it. He finds it over the defender, but demoed for his efforts. Has this one back in. Sicko gonna pop it up high, wasting a lot of time, using his boost in the corner, finding a double tap there, dropping it down. Rogue is patiently waiting though. And now Kiwi's last chance. Wheels no boost to work with, but he finds the dunk. Can the Kiwis find this one at the back of the net though? It's popped up dangerously as it's dropping down, but it's not gonna go. And Diffusion finds another game. And wow, they are holding on here, See Money, taking it one game at a time.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to give a lot of props to Diffusion there, as they may have gone up one, but Kiwis brought it back, tied it back real quick, and they still were able to keep a calm head and get another goal and then stop them the rest of the match from scoring.
Really just an impressive performance again from Diffusion. That's the squad we're used to seeing come out from them, and they showed up there in Game 5, and now we are heading to Game 6, Forbidden Temple, and this is one of those maps, See Money, where we talked about it with Bagels, where crazy things can happen on Forbidden Temple, and especially in a Game 6 where Diffusion's trying to force a Game 7 in the reverse sweep. A lot of crazy things could happen still.
Yeah, that's why I like Forbidden Temple. It's probably my favorite map. I mean, it's just calming, it's relaxing, and when you play on it, at least for me, it's when I feel my best. The nice zen feeling to the whole background and everything. And I feel like some of the best Rocket League that I've seen on stream is played here on this map.
Fusion gonna be hoping to channel some of that great Rocket League here, as they are still fighting back after going down 3-0 in the series. And they are looking for what could be Nemesis history with a reverse sweep here. As they're, oh my goodness, they're starting out earlier. Bachman puts it home, and here they come.
Yeah, and I mean, Sicko with a great push here, able to get it kind of around 2 in an awkward position, and Hydro looks like he was coming from the other side and just couldn't quite make it in time, and ends up shanking it in his own net.
And there maybe is that demoralizer there, Hydro, knowing how close he was to saving that one. Only to put it in his own net, and that's what you need. You need demoralizers. You need one game at a time. You need highlight reel plays. And Diffusion has checked every one of those boxes so far. It's Sicko looking for the flip reset. Is a dunk attempt from Bachman. Not quite going to come through. Well, this one's sent back down. The Kiwis are looking to make anything happen here, but Diffusion just playing faster and on another level right now. Has this one off to the side. Back out in the midfield, Sicko to the corner. He's going to bang this one down. Wheels on the catch, going to pick up a save as he dribbles it around. Trying to get it by Cowtarded, and does. Trying to get it by another, and he does. Can he get it past the third? Oh my goodness, he does. Oh my goodness. Wheels taking out the entire team, and Rogue finishes it off.
Yeah, I don't know what came over Wheels there, but that man was just in and out of everybody. Bob and weave, and just dishes it middle, and Rogue able to get to the ball and put it on net faster than it looked like Cowtarded could rotate to the back there. And that's just a phenomenal play coming out from Kiwis. And you were talking about the moralizers, and that might be one going in the favor of Kiwis this time.
Yeah, and that was one person, Wheels. He's had a couple of great passing plays, but we didn't really see him step too much up on the offensive end. And now, as this one going towards the net, Sicko has to make a save, but with that one there from Wheels, if he's starting to get going on offense too, gotta watch out.
Yeah, you
now this
definitely gonna be having to watch out, especially with Hydro proving he's a top caliber player for Kiwis. Rogue always been somebody to watch out for, and now Wheels making incredible dribble plays.
As an open net there, Sicko finds it, upper 90, the snipe from midfield. Diffusion back out in front.
Yeah, Sicko kind of waiting out that play there a little bit, waiting to see if he makes the touch, and then just sends it the distance right into the top. That was a 3-man passing play attempt, and they got bit in the butt for it.
Now, 3 minutes remaining, a long time in this one. Can the Kiwis battle back? And You know, C-Money, we haven't heard anything from Hydro in this last 3 games, and he was the man in the first couple, but just nothing from him right now. And in this one, he's only got 30 score and only 1 shot to his name.
Yeah, I'm not entirely too sure if it's Diffusion shutting him down, or at this point in the series, his team just trying to step up to their best capabilities and kind of cutting him out of the play.
And now we're going to have to see if he can step up. It's a lot of time to do so here. As this one out in the midfield, Kiwis is looking to battle back. Bachman shutting it down. As this one popped up, Cowtarded finding a touch. Sicko to the sidewall here. Sending this one up high. This one towards the net, Cowtarded. Bachman who pops it up. Hydro racing up the wall. There is Sicko. He's trying to read him. It's still dangerous. And that one's going to go in the back of the net. Bachman finds one. And Diffusion now up by 2. The momentum. You're starting to feel it now.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a great play by Bachman there. And Wheels almost had the pre-jump read. So he's going to be feeling that one there as he was super close. But Bachman with an amazing read and an equally amazing shot there.
Now only 2 minutes remaining. The Kiwis have to find something. They do not want to feel the pressure of that reverse sweep in a Game 7. And they want to make sure it happens here in Game 6, as they do not want to be that team to get reverse swept with a grand finals appearance on the line. The way they were playing in those first couple games, they know they can do it. It's just a matter of executing here in the final minute and 30 on Forbidden Temple. As this one popped back up in the midfield, Rogue can't connect to that one. As Cowtarded looking for a pass midfield to Sicko. Who's staying with this one, popping in the midfield. As now an opportunity. Hydro hunted for the demo on Cowtarded, and it works out. Finally, something good for the Kiwis with a minute 11.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great read by Rogue, jumping pretty early, in my opinion. And then Hydro just chasing the 2 people back in net, able to open it up, and that's just a free sail there from that ball, straight to the back of the net.
Now Diffusion with some life here. Like I said, you do not want to go to a Game 7 with all that pressure, and they're going to do everything they can to make it happen. But still, a minute remaining for Diffusion. They also have to be feeling a little bit of pressure. You battled back so far, and you're so close to pushing into a Game 7. But again, got to be thinking they order 1 game at a time. It's now final 45 seconds. This one back in for the Kiwis. An opportunity. 50 in the midfield, and Wheels is putting it home to tie it up, and the Kiwis battling back.
I guess if there's any better time to use the quote, it's Rogue coming out with the 700 pounds and Wheels ready to attack that one and able to find the back of the net with that one. And at this point, I don't know if Diffusion has the mental capabilities to get over it, because on the last goal alone, I did see a little more misplays coming out from them, and now they're really going to be hurting on this one now that it's a tie game.
Yeah, now the pressure off the Kiwis' shoulders and solely on Diffusion. Is that one's own goal? Oh no! Wheels finds the touchdown, and it's in the back of the net, and all of a sudden the Kiwis in the lead.
Wheels with a great second touch here, almost making the double touch goal straight up by himself, but instead able to hit the defender rolling back into net and making him own goal. And now it's just up to Kiwis to hold on for these last 20 seconds.
Oh, they've done so well so far this series, and that might be the dagger as Rogue coming in for the hat trick, and the Kiwis have turned it on.
Yeah, that's just another great pass coming out from Wheels, and Rogue with an even better read. And I don't think Cowtarded was quite expecting that, as he kind of rushed there right at the end to try to make the save, but his effort was a little too late.
Yeah, and last chance here, this ball sent away, and with time ticking back in their own zone, the Kiwis are going to survive here, and they are going to be moving on to the grand finals, but not despite a valiant effort as Rogue gets one more. As Diffusion, they pushed it there, C-Money, and a very impressive performance to battle back after going down 0-3.
Yeah, Diffusion was really never out of any game except game 2. That was the only other time that Kiwi showed up like this one. And it's now something you can't even feel bad about, as Diffusion played one heck of a game, and In my opinion, it was very hard loss for sure, especially with the plague of missed shot opportunities coming out from them.
And you have to be wondering, if you're Diffusion, what would have happened if we just took one of those earlier games? You know, you have to be feeling a little bit, and what would have happened if they just held on in that game 6? You know, there would have been so much pressure on the Kiwis if that were the case, but unfortunately, for Diffusion, it wasn't meant to be, and now the Kiwis are going to solidify themselves to the grand finals, where they're going to be taking on Acceleration, who have been looking oh so hot in this season. So, big congrats to the Kiwis on sending themselves to the grand finals on Saturday night. That matchup at 6 p.m. Eastern, preceded by the pre-show at 5:30. Should be a great time on Saturday. So make sure you guys are following the channel if you haven't already, and if you're new, make sure to check out the Discord and get involved in season 5. It's gonna be coming up soon. In a little bit, so make sure you guys check out the Discord, head to the sign up channel, and get involved. We have more playoff action coming your way in just a little bit, as we have a battle between Origin, the number 1 seed, who has won 14 of their last 15 games, taking on the Vipers, who are definitely the underdogs here, as they are looking to make a lower bracket run, as they battled through 2 matches in the lower bracket, and they're going to be looking to take off the upset. That matchup is coming up in just a couple minutes, so stick around, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.